12 East College Avenue in Normal. Starcrest Cleaners, bright ideas in cleaning. Our officiating crew for this opening round of the NIT. The referee is Gene Grimshaw. The umpires are Chris Hudson and Wesley Ford. Kent State on the floor with Jahari Williamson, Rico Gillespie, Morgan Safford, Rob Whaley, and Sion Medley, the point guard. Birds breaking huddle with Landon Wolf, Bowden Skunberg, Chase Walker, Mason Clabo, and Johnny Kinzinger. It's going to be Rico Gillespie at 6'8" against 6'9" Chase Walker. Center circle here inside the cue. Gene Grimshaw sends it skyward. The toss, the tap, and the opening touch. Controlled by Illinois State. The Birds attack the basket to our left, and we are underway in the opening round of the NIT. Clabo feeds it low on the left to Skunberg. Kent State opens up man-to-man defensively. Skunberg works the right-hand dribble left of the key. Tried to pass it out of the post ball, deflected out of the hands of Rob Whaley. And the Birds turn it over and come out empty on their first touch of the night. Sion Medley, 6.5 assists per game. Feeds it low on the right to Whaley. Whip out pass. Left corner, Williamson. His three ball deflects off the left-hand side of the backboard. And the Birds come away in a long rebound for Mason Clabo. Birds set up the half-court offense. Walker bluffs the three in the right wing. Gives to Clabo. Right back over to Walker. Low on the right. They converge on him. And dumps it over to a streaking Wolf who spikes it home with the right hand. And the Birds draw first blood and take a 2-0 lead 52 seconds in on the dunk by Landon Wolf.
Yeah, really a nice pass by Chase Walker. Good anticipation.
So Kent State, the basketball attacking four-court right. Here's Morgan Safford out front, matched up with Clabo. Whaley top of the wheel, gives to Medley to the foul line, into the paint. Leaves it for Whaley, low right, high archer, right hand, layup good. Count the basket and the foul. Chase Walker came over, converged, committed the foul, and one opportunity now for Whaley, foul line right. And exactly what the Birds did not want to have happen was Chase Walker get into early foul trouble, and he picks up his first, a minute 13 into this one.
And not a lot of contact.
So Whaley to the line, 62% on the year, was 5 of 7 on Friday in their semifinal loss to Akron. He rolls home the free throw and the and one opportunity. So Kent State has their first lead of the night. They lead it 3-2, 18:41 to play, just underway. Opening round matchup, winner gets the winner of Navy and Wake Forest in round number 2. Landon Wolf out high left side, gives to a curling Skunberg, comes up shooting, top of the key, off back iron, a miss. And the rebound controlled by Gillespie. He averages 11.2 per game. Medley down the lane, leaves it for Whaley, and the ball picked off by Wolf. Wolf lead feed up ahead. Kinzinger thought about a transition three, instead plays it away Walker. Walker into the paint. Left corner Wolf. Passes up on a three, gives to Clabo. No look pass to Walker, goes right through his fingertips, low on the left, out of bounds. And the Birds give it back over to Kent State. Great pass by Clabo.
I thought Illinois State passed up 3 good looks.
So 3-2 Kent State, a 1-point lead in the basketball. Sion Medley, the transfer out of St. Louis, carries it over the midcourt line. Picked up by the crouching defense of Kinzinger. Now Gillespie top side. Head of the key comes Whaley on the dribble against Kinzinger. Takes him down to the low block. Cut off. Here comes the double. Whaley tries to step through. Works his way underneath. Reverse layup attempt. Rolls out. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Kent State. And the Birds take over.
Well, I don't know how they didn't give him an offensive foul.
Or a 5-second call.
Yeah, Whaley just kind of lowered his shoulder and made room for himself. He is a big human being. What do they list him at?
Whaley's a 6'7", 290. Transfer out of UNLV. Was injured last year at UNLV. Started 16 times for the Rebels, though, back in 2024. Kinzinger to the foul line. Leaves it low on the left. Walker rises to the rim. Lays it in. Count the basket and the foul. And Chase Walker has a free throw to come. Foul line left. Looking to convert the three-point play. Chase is on the board. His first 2. Rico Gillespie picks up his first. Team foul number 1 on Kent State.
Boy, it'd be nice to get him in foul trouble. He is a load.
Leads the nation with 22 double-doubles in the campaign.
Well, he looks the part too, doesn't he?
Been in double figures 30 times in 33 games. Walker, foul line, left it short, and Gillespie collects a two-handed rebound. Gives it away to Medley in the backcourt. Accelerates forecourt now for Kent State. Bounce mid-post right to Whaley. Whaley backs it on Walker. Out, Safford, 3-ball left corner is good out of the hands of Jahari Williamson from downtown. His team high 79th made 3 of the year. Kent State's back out in front 6-4. Scunberg into the forecourt against Safford. Top of the key now, Kinzinger holds the ball over his head. Foul line to Walker, gives back to Kinzinger. Left corner, Wolf comes up shooting. 18-footer, doesn't go. Weak shot, rebound to Walker. Birds reset. Kinzinger left point, 3 on the way, nothing but net. Johnny Kinzinger from downtown for the 51st time. The Birds are back out in front 7-6. 16:39 to play first half. Here's Williamson. Top of the key, 3-ball off the front of the rim. Trickles off. Rebound to Landon Wolf. Leaves it for Claybo in the backcourt. Claybo jogs over the midcourt line. Leaves for Walker right of the lane. Out left point. Wolf loads up a 3. Left it short. Rebound trickles off the right-hand side of a 10 to Gillespie. Transition 3 by Safford at the other end. It's a brick too strong. Kinzinger collected the rebound, knocked to the ground, and a whistle and a foul up coming against Kent State. They're going to get Rob Whaley. So Whaley's going to pick up his first. That's going to be team foul number 2 on Kent State. Sion Medley and Whaley are both going to take a seat. They're replaced by Quinn Weidke, a freshman out of Westlake, Ohio, as well as Desmond Briscoe, a 6'8", 206-pound freshman out of Indianapolis, Indiana. 7-6, Birds by 1. Right to left here in this first half. Kinzinger left side, poked away by Williamson into the hands of Claybo. He refeeds Kinzinger. Now low on the left. Lead backs up on Gillespie. Spins baseline. Can't get rid of it. Now tosses out near the time strike to Scunberg. Scunberg angles right. Pulls up inside the arc from 19. Shot doesn't go. Williamson in the hand of the rebound. It ends up in the hands of Quinn Weidke. Lead feed into the forecourt. Briscoe. Out left side. Safford. He'll snap off a 3. Left it short. Long rebound out to Gillespie. He'll tee it up out front. Went halfway down the cylinder. Popped out. And Briscoe another rebound for Kent State. And the Golden Flashes re-rack the half-court offense. 7-6 Illinois State. Here's Medley. Gives to Safford low on the right. Missed it with the right hand. Push shot doesn't go. Rebound into the hands of Briscoe. Knocked to the ground. Bodies fly and a whistle and a foul called. I believe this is going to go against Illinois State. And the foul is going to go against Illinois State. It'll be against Brandon Leave. And that's going to take us to our first media timeout here in the opening half. Redbird basketball brought to you by Kohl's. From jerseys to hats and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for game day at Kohl's and Kohls.com. 15-18 to go, opening half here inside the Q. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Illinois State 7, Kent State 6. Back in a moment. This is Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communication, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between an off-the-farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development.
Dive into flavor at Deep End Tap, where craft beer flows, the food's bold, and the vibes are always on point. The Deep End Tap. Don't just dip your toe, jump in. Bloomington's Hidden Gem, located in Eastland Suites Hotel, a trademark collection by Wyndham.
Redbird Nation, in the market for a new vehicle? Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal has you covered. Stop by today at 1430 Fort Jesse Road in Normal and ask about Redbird VIP pricing for all Illinois State University students, parents, teachers, alumni, and fans. That's Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal on the northwest corner of Fort Jesse and Towanda in Normal. Visit them online at the BloomingtonNormalAutomall.com. Mercedes-Benz of Bloomington Normal, proud partners of Redbird Athletics.
Hey, Redbird fans looking for a place to unwind after the game? Head on over to Rob Dobbs, 801 North Hershey Road in Bloomington. From traditional comfort food to the best steaks in town, Rob Dobbs has something for everyone at every age. Rob Dobbs is now open for breakfast every Saturday and Sunday beginning at 8 a.m. Rob Dobbs, a proud partner of Redbird Athletics. Fitz and Matty back live courtside here inside Sefcu Arena. Blake Haas back at our network studio in Bloomington. Birds a 7-6 lead on Kent State here in the opening round of the NIT tournament. Kent State just 2 for their first 9 and 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. They were plagued by poor shooting their last time out. That semifinal loss to Akron in the MAC semifinal tournament. Kent shot just 29% from the floor and 26% from beyond the arc. Brandon Lee picked up the personal foul that prompted our first media timeout here in the opening half. And that's going to send Desmond Briscoe, the freshman, to the line, foul line right, just 57% on the year, and he throws a line drive up and knocks it down. So Briscoe on the board. First point of the night. We're tied at 7. One more to come for the freshman out of Indianapolis. That one's hard off the heel of the rim. And the rebound collected by Mason Claybo of Illinois State. Tied at 7. 15-11 to play first half. Kinzinger works a right-hand dribble high on the left. Right of the circle, Wolf loads up a long three over Briscoe and he buries it. 5 first-half points for Landon Wolf, and the Birds are back out in front 10-7.
Yeah, he was a good 5 feet behind the arc.
14:53 to go in the first half. Sion Medley back into the ball game. Orchestrates the offense, gives Briscoe low on the left against Lieb, up with the right hand. Shot doesn't go, and a great block out by Landon Wolf. Claybo into the forecourt for Illinois State. Crosses over on Widekey. Now top of the key is Lieb. One dribble, gives to Kinzinger. Comes up shooting, top of the wheel. Rattles off the mark, no good. Safford the rebound for Kent State. Medley accelerates forecourt for Kent State. Has it out front now. Overplayed by Claybo. Takes it to the foul line. Retreats back above the arc. Drives on Pence, who's into the ball game. Circles back at the right baseline. Left wing three out of the hands of Safford. Too short. And the rebound to Ty Pence for Illinois State. Birds a 10-7 lead. Kinzinger on the dribble against Widekey. Tried to split a double team and a reach-in foul called against Kent State. And the foul's going to go against, I believe, Magnus Entenman. No, check that. Quinn Widekey, number 6. So Widekey picks up his first. Team foul number 3 on Kent State here in the opening half. So Birds a fresh 20. They'll inbound baseline left. Birds now with Coleman into the ball game. He'll throw it in. Gets to Kinzinger over in the left corner. Left point comes Lieb. One dribble. Hands it off in the belly of Kinzinger. Right side, they go to Pence. Out front, Kinzinger fires off a 3, hits it again. Second made 3 here in the opening half for Johnny Kinzinger. He's got 6, and the Birds lead it by 6. Widekey transition 3 at the other end, no good, too strong. Weak side rebound on the left block, collected by Brandon Lee. Kent State 1 for their first 7 from distance. Birds 3 of 7, 2 of them have come out of the hands of Johnny Kinzinger. Coleman. Lob feed low on the right, caught by Lee, back to the basket, turns on Briscoe, into the paint, up left-handed hook shot, falls into the hands of Pence, who finishes right of the rim with the right hand. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass, but it results in an assist for Brandon Lee, and the first points of the night for Ty Pence, and Rob Senderoff is going to burn a timeout. Birds on an 8-0 run, and now have taken an 8-point lead at 15-7. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Chase Walker comes to the scorer's table. He's going to check back into the ball game.
I'm going to give Lieb the benefit of the doubt.
Give him a pass on that one?
Yeah, because it was way too ugly to be a shot. So I'm going with an assist.
So Birds have outscored Kent State 11-1 over the last 3.5 minutes, and currently enjoying an 8-0 run with 13-19 to play in this first half. It's a winner of Navy and Wake Forest coming up either on Saturday or Sunday. Wake Forest out of the ACC, the number 1 seed in the NIT's Winston-Salem region. They're taking on the 8th-seeded Midshipmen today down in North Carolina. So Kent State after the 30-second timeout. Moves left to right. Sion Medley quickly into the forecourt. Gives Gillespie head of the key. Hands it off to Rayvon Griffith. And a pocket pick by Kinzinger. Ball's loose into the hands of Walker. Lead feed Coleman. Coleman racing in. Stripped from behind by Medley. And knocks the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Birds. Whitekey's going to check out. Jahari Williamson comes back in to replace him. Birds currently on the floor with Coleman, Landon Moore, Ty Pence, Chase Walker, and Johnny Kinzinger. 24 in the timer. Coleman to throw it in. Left of the circle is Pence. Lofts it. Right of the lane to Walker. Turns on Gillespie. Drives on Gillespie down to the baseline. In the paint. Up left hand. Layup good right in front of the tin for Chase Walker. He just bulldozed his way through. He's got 4. In Illinois State now, a 10-0 run. They lead it 17-7.
Yeah, you can play very physical. The officials are really letting the kids play.
Medley tosses left hash mark over to Williamson. Now Griffith a touch. Foul line to Gillespie. Turns on Walker. Leaves it low left. Whaley arises to the rim and lays it in. Whaley running the baseline. Has points number 4 and 5. That ends a 10-0 Illinois State run. Kent State back within 8, 17-9. 12-18 to play in this first half. Coleman darts a pass, top side over to Walker. Left wing, they go to Moore. Now short corner left is Pence. Turns on Whaley, drives on Whaley, maneuvers into the paint, step back, 15-foot jumper from the foul line off the right-hand side of the tin. Gillespie, another rebound for Kent State. Up ahead to Medley. Medley gets it toward the top of the key. Left of the lane, now Whaley drives on Walker. Half hook, left hand, doesn't go. Weak side rebound. Gillespie had a hand on it, but a whistle and a foul called first. And the foul's going to be called on Johnny Kinzinger. So Johnny's going to pick up his first, and that's going to take us to a media timeout. Fans looking for the ultimate ISU basketball watch party? Look no further than Barrel House, the official watch party location for every Redbird Road game. Join them for the action, the energy, and their unbeatable game day deal. A pint and a pound of their freshly breaded wings, just $12. Barrel House, where Redbird fans unite. And every game feels like a home game. Don't just watch it right. Only at Barrel House. 11:52 to play, opening half here inside the QR count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Illinois State 17, Kent State 9. Back in a moment. This is Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
To win on the court, you need to tailor your lineup for the opponents, whether it's the bigs controlling the boards or the guards shooting trays from downtown. When it comes to your land care lineup, AHW has what you need with our build-in price tool. With it, you can outfit your John Deere with the exact implements and attachments that you need and even determine your monthly payments. Try out our build-in price tool at ahwllc.com. Proud sponsors of ISU Athletics.
Redbird Nation, in the market for a new vehicle? Subaru of Bloomington Normal has you covered. Stop by today at 1430 Fort Jesse Road in Normal and ask about Redbird VIP pricing for all Illinois State University students, parents, teachers, alumni, and fans. That's Subaru of Bloomington Normal on the northwest corner of Fort Jesse and Towanda in Normal. Visit them online at bloomingtonnormalautomall.com. Subaru of Bloomington Normal, proud partner of Redbirds Athletics.
Hi, I'm Shannon Smith.
And I'm Tom, Little City Peterson of the Smith Peterson Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Rising.
As the official real estate team of ISU Athletics, the Redbirds trust the Smith Peterson Real Estate Group, and so can you.
Winning in real estate takes more than luck. It takes a strong team.
From first-time buyers to seasoned sellers, we'll help you win big.
We're here to guide you with proven strategies that deliver winning results.
Ready to make your next move a victory? Call us today at 309-807-5834.
Go you Redbirds!
Basketball brought to you by the great taste of Bud Light. Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Illinois State Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. 11:52 to go, opening half here inside Sefke Arena. A normal opening round of the NIT. Illinois State with a 17-9 lead on visiting Kent State. John Fitzgerald, Mike Matthews back live courtside. Blake Haas is back in our network studio in Bloomington. Kent State, the basketball. They have struggled offensively. Just 1 for their last 10. 3 of 14 from the floor tonight with the Birds at a 50% clip.
And their shot selection's been awful.
Kent State gets it into Safford. Has it on the right point. Guarded by Claybo. Works a left-hand dribble. Now terminates. Tosses. Cross court over to Williamson. 10 to shoot. Lob feed broken up by Pence, and Pence steals it away. Pence on the dribble into the forecourt. Stops right of the circle. A flip for Claybo to run the half-court offense. Claybo now leaves it for Coleman. Coleman out near the time stripe. Guarded by Williamson. Left side, they come to Landon Moore. Moore, a couple of dribbles, gives low left over to Wolf, back to Moore left point. Out front to Penn straight away on the dribble against Gillespie with 4 to shoot. Gives it up to Moore. Fires a 3, right wing. Shot doesn't go. Gillespie is 7th rebound of the night so far. 11:07 to play first half. Gillespie handles now. Mid-post right is Whaley. Draws a double. Cross-court pass Stafford. Stafford bullies his way into the lane and lays it up and in after a forearm shiver. So Morgan Safford, the transfer out of Miami of Ohio, on the board, his first 2 of the night. Cuts the Redbird lead down to 6, 17-11. Birds by 6 with the rock. Here's Coleman. Tosses to Pence, right of the circle. Couple of dribbles. Hands off in the weave to Claybo. He'll penetrate into the paint. Gives it left corner. Coleman comes up shooting from 18. Remy, no. Griffith the rebound for Kent State. Up ahead, Williamson. Maneuvers into the forecourt. Refeeds Griffith. Now Gillespie. Foul line left is Whaley. Cross court Williamson relocates, fires a 3 out front off the front of the tin. No good. Gillespie the offensive rebound for Kent State. Gives it back over to Williamson. His 3 try from the left point. No good. Whaley tried to save it. Falls into the Redbird bench going out of bounds. And Illinois State's going to take over. Wholesale substitutions for Illinois State. Kinzinger, Walker, and Scunberg come back in. Griffith goes out for Kent State. He's replaced by Sion Medley, the point guard. So Birds now with Walker, Kinzinger, Landon Moore, Landon Wolf, and Bowden Scunberg, the 5 on the floor. Birds a 17-11 lead, just about halfway home here in the opening half. Landon Moore runs a point this trip down. Pressured by Medley. Gives it out front over to Kinzinger. Guarded by Williamson. High post feed Walker. Across the lane. Wolf underneath the hoop. Double team. Passes out to Moore. Moore now works his way left of the circle. Out front, Walker loads up a 3 over Gillespie, and he buries it. Dead red for Chase Walker from downtown. His 8th of the year. He's got 7 first half points. The Birds lead it by 9, 20-11. Kent State quickly back the other way. Whaley left at the key, across the lane, leaves it low right for Gillespie, and he lays it up and in off the window. Great feed by Whaley to find his first cousin Gillespie, who has his first 2 of the night. Gillespie averages 18.1 per game.
I don't know why Kent State doesn't go into him almost every time.
2013, Birds by 7. Here's Kinzinger, draws a double, feeds it Walker. Low on the right-hand side, bodies up on Whaley into the paint. Up with the left hand, got it again. Walker's got 9. And Illinois State leads it by 9, 22-13. 9-minute mark of this first half. Gillespie dribble handoff Williamson. Refeeds Gillespie now on the edge of the arc, right side, picked up by Scunberg. Feeds it in the paint, Medley. Left corner, Safford fires a 3, and he finally hit. Safford now 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. He's got 5 here in the opening half, and that reduces the Redbird lead to 6 once again at 22-16. 8:35 to play first half. Kinzinger over the timeline. Left of the circle is Moore. On high left side, Scunberg refeeds Moore, penetrates, retreats back above the arc. Gives to Wolf. He's going to blow off the wing left side. Layup, good, counted, and the foul for Landon Wolf. 3-point opportunity for the senior out of Cedar Falls, Iowa. Wolf has 7 first half points, and he'll go to the line looking to make it 8. Great dribble penetration by Wolf off that right wing.
Yeah, he just put his head down and went to the goal. And there was nobody there to stop him. They had to come across to help out.
Moore and Walker are going to check out for Illinois State. Coleman and Lead come in to replace him as Landon Wolf heads to the stripe. Foul line left. 81% free throw shooter on the year. Free throw on the way, good. So Landon converts the 3-point play. He's got 8. And Illinois State leads it by 9, 25-16. 8:21 to play first half. Medley quickly into the forecourt for Kent State. Gives to Briscoe out high. Bounce mid-post right, Gillespie in on Lieb. Up with the right hand. Shot deflected away by Lieb into the hands of Scunberg. Brandon Lieb, his team high 26 block of the campaign. Birds attacking forecourt left. Kinzinger out front, guarded tightly by Medley. Left wing Wolf loads up a 3 and hits. Buried it over the extended arm of Desmond Briscoe. Landon Wolf is feeling it. He's stuck on automatic with 11 at the other end. Layup good by Safford. A personal foul called. And a 3-point opportunity upcoming at the other end for Kent State when we come back. Lieb's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be his second. That takes us to a media timeout. The Heller stores are just a short drive away for the best vehicle selection, best prices, and best service. Heller Ford, Heller Chevrolet GMC in El Paso, and Heller Motors in Pontiac. Shop them online today at HellerStores.com. 7:50 to play first half here inside Sefcu Arena. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Illinois State 28, Kent State 18. Back in a moment. This is Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
While spring brings chores, it also brings the chance to finally get outside and enjoy the great weather. Stop at Bloomington Meats to celebrate the arrival of spring like I do. For more than a decade, they have offered the best quality, convenience, and value in beef, pork, chicken, turkey, cheese, eggs from local producers straight to your table. Head to 2401 Bunn Street and find out what I know. They really are the best meat on Bunn Street. Locally owned and operated Bloomington Meats.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber, connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Attention Redbird fans, this is your stomach speaking. I demand a Jimmy John's toasted sub with hot melty toasty perfection, and I want it delivered freaky fast before halftime. Jimmy John's delivers faster than a game-winning three-pointer and toasted subs that bring the crunch and flavor you crave. Order now, keep cheering, and feed that hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh, freaky toasty.
Hey, Redbird fans, open a savings or a CD account that meets your needs. Visit a Heartland Bank branch location today or go online at hbtbank.com. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. 7 minutes, 50 seconds remain. Opening half here inside Sefcu Arena in Normal. Illinois State a 28-18 lead on visiting Kent State here in the opening round of the NIT here in 2026. Winner of this game will meet the winner of Navy and Wake Forest in round 2 this upcoming weekend.
Navy or Army?
Navy.
All right. I've only looked at the bracket briefly.
So Birds break huddle after the timeout with Landon Moore, Tyreek Coleman, Chase Walker, Bowden Scunberg, and Johnny Kinzinger. Morgan Safford, who has 7 points tonight, will go to the line looking to convert the three-point play. Brandon Lee picked up his second foul of the evening, prompting our last media timeout. Safford, a deep knee bend, fires the free throw, rattles and falls for Safford. He's got 8. Honorable mention, all-MAC selection. And the shot clock did not start after the Birds inbound. So Chris Hudson, one of our 3 officials here tonight, is going to head on over to the scorer's table to make sure that gets reset to the correct time. So 27 on the timer, 7:47 to go before halftime here in this opening round tilt. Birds a 9-point lead, 28-19. Scunberg tosses him backcourt. Coleman into the forecourt, guarded by Medley as Kent State opens now in a 2-3 zone. Coleman down low to Walker, missed the layup attempt. It rolled out, but he was fouled from behind on the play, and the foul's going to go against Rico Gillespie, the star for Kent State, who's picked up his second foul here with 7:36 to play in the first half.
Yeah, I don't think that was a very good call. I think
Very late whistle, too, wasn't it?
And Chase just missed a gimme.
That's going to send Walker to the line for a pair of foul shots. And more importantly, for Illinois State, it's going to send Rico Gillespie to the bench. Magnus Entenmann, a 6'8 grad student out of Bonn, Germany, is going to come in to replace him. Walker to the line, missed the first free throw. Walker 0 for 2 from the stripe tonight so far. He's got 9 points. Landon Wolf leads all scorers with 11 for Illinois State. So Gillespie does check out. Entenmann comes in to replace him. Walker was 7 of 13 in that quarterfinal loss to UNI from the stripe. And the second free throw around and down. So Walker splits his pair. He's in double figures with 10 first-half points. 22nd time the junior out of Columbus has reached double figures this year. Birds by 10, 20-19, 29-19. 7:25 to play, first half. Medley shovels off Entenmann. He'll load up a three off the front of the rim, no good. Bodies all over the paint. A whistle and a foul call. This one's going to go against Kent State.
I think they got Safford with the body block.
They got Safford. So first of the night on Safford. Team foul number 6 called on the Golden Flashes. Birds inbound with 7:20 to play here in the first half at a 10-point lead, 29-19. Coleman into the forecourt. Kent State drops back into man-to-man. Coleman right of the circle. Takes it into the paint. A flip left wing over to Moore. Short corner left is Coleman. Feeds a post to Walker. Low on the left. On the dribble against Entenmann. 10 to shoot. Wheels out. Passes Skunberg. Long three. Right wing. Rattles and falls for Bowden Skunberg. Team high 57th made three of the year for Bowden. And Illinois State a 32-19 lead. Kinzinger takes it away from Whitekey. Kinzinger into the forecourt, and he's fouled from behind by Whitekey. Knocked to the ground, and 2 foul shots to come for Johnny Kinzinger. Foul line left as Whitekey's going to pick up his second of the night. Got a feeling there's going to be a few black and blue marks on both ball clubs at the end of this one.
I think there already is. Kent State is an extremely physical team.
So Kinzinger, 77% from the strike, knocks home the first. He's got 7 here in the opening half. Whitekey's going to check out. Rayvon Griffith, the 6'8 redshirt sophomore, transfer out of the University of Cincinnati, comes back in to replace him. Second free throw by Johnny, nothing but net. So Johnny's got 8. Birds are 5 of their last 5 from the floor, and on a 6-0 run. They lead it 34-19. Biggest lead of the night for the red and white. Medley dances on the dribble, guarded by Coleman. Takes it top side. Now Griffith on the left wing, drives on Moore, gets into the paint, passes out top of the key Medley. 11 to shoot. Medley plays it away Entenmann. One dribble handoff. Safford straight on 3, rimming no. Moore in hand of the rebound, and he finally collects it baseline right. And here come the Birds. Kinzinger gallops into the forecourt behind the back of the dribble, lost a handle on it. And a whistle and a foul called with the contact. It's going to go against Kent State. They're going to get Sion Medley with a hip check against Kinzinger. Medley's going to pick up his first. That's going to be team foul number 7 called against Kent State. Jahari Williamson comes back into the fray for Kent State. So Johnny back to the line. Foul line left. He's got 8 points so far tonight. This will be a 1-and-1 opportunity. Right-hander sends the free throw and earns the bonus with his 9th first-half point. Mason Claybo back in for the red and white. Landon Moore is going to take a seat. 35-19. Birds on a 7-0 run. One more to come for Johnny. Free throw, rimming no, and the rebound pulled down by Rayvon Griffith. Griffith gives it in backcourt. Over to Medley. Comes into the front court against Coleman. Now out front to Safford between the rings. Williamson out high left side. Takes it toward the top of the key around an Entenmann ball screen. Foul line extended right. Jumper from 15. Shot doesn't go. Walker the rebound. Outlet right to Coleman. Cross court pass Kinzinger. Extra pass Skunberg. Out front Walker bluffs a 3 on Entenmann. Drives on Entenmann. Wheels into the lane in a double team. Passes out Skunberg. He'll tee up a 3 out front. Rimming no. And the rebound collected by Jahari Williamson at Kent State. Griffith up the left sideline now for the Golden Flashes. On the dribble against Claybo. Passes out to Medley, left hash mark, and he stepped on the sideline on the far side as Coleman applied the defense. No, they check that. They're going to call a foul on Tyreek Coleman. So a hip check called on Tyreek Coleman. That's going to be his first. Team foul number 5 called against Illinois State here in the first half. 5:22 to play, 35-19. Birds by 16. They run the weave out front. Here's Medley to the foul line, into the paint. Comes up shooting from 12. Rimming no, and Landon Moore takes down the Redbird rebound off the deck. Coleman, foul line at the other end, slip, gives it away to Walker low on the right. Against the double, stripped on his way up, ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kent State. It'll stay with Illinois State. Kent State just 28% from the floor so far and 2 for 12 from distance. Birds at a 55% clip. They've knocked down 5 of their last 6 from the floor. Illinois State also 6 of 13 from long range. They lead it by 16, 35-19. Walker into the paint against Entenmann. Pushed it up, left hand. Shot doesn't go. Griffith the rebound for Kent State. Outlet right to Medley. Medley maneuvers through traffic. Gives to Griffith. Foul line jumper on the way. It's good. Little teardrop with the right hand from 15 for Rayvon Griffith. His first points of the night. 35-21. Birds by 14 with the rock. Coleman into the forecourt. Picked up by Griffith. Right of the circle now is Walker out high right side. Guarded by Entenmann. Spin move on Entenmann. Takes it right of the lane. Gets to the baseline. Whip out past Coleman. Thought about a three. Drives on Griffith. He maneuvers into the paint. Up with the left hand. Shot off back iron. No. Rebound kept alive by Wolf. But it falls in the hands of Entenmann for the Golden Flashes. Medley with a high dribble out front. Takes it left of the key. His teardrop. High arcer off the window. Shot doesn't go. Wolf the rebound for Illinois State.
Illinois State's doing a great job checking people off their defensive board.
Big part of the offense for Kent State, the offensive glass. The Birds had kept them to one shot and out on those misses. Walker at the right point. Plays it away, Claybo out front. Now a trapping defense. Coleman left alone, left point. Three is dead red for Tyreek Coleman from downtown. Tyreek's first three of the night. Ryan Pete takes time with 3:52 to play in the first half. That's going to turn to a media timeout, and we'll step out. Redbird basketball brought to you by Bloomington Meats, a traditional butcher shop that provides so much more. Bloomington Meats offers the best variety and selection for the entire family. Whether it's fresh cut beef, pork, brats, or any of your favorite trimmings, Bloomington Meats has you covered. Family owned and community focused for over 40 years. Stop by today, 2401 Bunt Street, and pick up the best meat on Bunt Street at Bloomington Meats. 3:52 to play first half. On a McDonald's scoreboard, it's Illinois State 38, Kent State 21. This is Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Denny's Donuts and Bakery has been a loyal Redbird supporter for over 40 years. When it comes to the competition, no one comes close to the taste of one of their fresh-made donuts. They're great for your next school or church function, or even just to enjoy at home. Stop in and pick up yours at Denny's Donuts and Bakery, located at 1107 South Main Street in Bloomington. Denny's Donuts and Bakery and Redbird basketball, a winning combination.
Blake Haas back at the network studios here on AM 1230 WJBC and Classic Hits 98.9 WJEZ. Illinois State men's basketball with the lead over at the Q, 38-21. Just inside 4 minutes to play in the first. Don't forget, Illinois State women's basketball has a bye. The WNIT, they will take on the winner of UTRGV Austin P, whether it could be Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. That just depends on that game tomorrow night, in which Illinois State will be hosting in that second round of the WNIT. We'll keep you updated here on the Redbird Sports Network. Let's get back to the queue with John and Maddie. Guys?
Thank you very much, Blake. Hey, Redbird fans, use Illinois State Credit Union for all your financial needs, from credit cards to mortgages, where you'll be proud to say, it's my credit union. Illinois State Credit Union. Visit them online at itsmycu.org. 3:52 to play before halftime here inside the Q. 38-21, Illinois State with a commanding 17-point lead on visiting Kent State. Birds at a 52% clip from the floor so far. They've knocked down 7 of 14 from distance. Kent State, they've been ice cold since the opening tip. 29.6% from the field, just 8 of 27, and a mere 2 of 12 from beyond the arc. Birds break huddle after the timeout with Mason Claybo, Brandon Lee, Johnny Kinzinger, Tyree Coleman, and Landon Wolf.
Fitz, we talked prior to the game. Will these teams be enthused to play in the NIT? So far, it doesn't look like Kent State is.
Medley across the lane. Gillespie jump stop blocked away by Lieb. Gillespie picks it up off the deck. Half hook with the right hand. Barely drew iron and Lieb the rebound for Illinois State. Second block of the night for Brandon Lieb. He's got 27 on the campaign. 38-21. Birds by 17. Wolf two hands of pass left of the circle to Coleman. Out front to Kinzinger. Pressured tightly by Williamson. Drives on Williamson. Takes her to the foul line. Back out front. Straight away to Wolf. Now they run the weave. Kinzinger hooks a pass out to Wolf. Loads up a three. Straight on. Nothing but net for Landon Wolf. Buries it over Briscoe. Wolf has 14 here in the first half to lead all scores. And Illinois State leads it by 20. Gillespie three out front. Rimming no. Leave another rebound for Illinois State. Another one-shot not opportunity for Kent State. Here's Illinois State on the right sideline. Coleman works the dribble. Left corner, Wolf drives the left baseline on Briscoe. Trying to get to the cylinder, can't. High post feed to Lee. Plays it away right side, Coleman. Coleman dancing the dribble. Out high right side, Claybo. Cross-court pass, Wolf. Long two on the way, rimming no. Rebound to Whaley. Up ahead, Briscoe. Layup attempt is good as Kent State runs the floor. Briscoe, his first field goal of the night. He's got three. 41-23, Illinois State by 18. 2:18 to play before the break. Coleman turns over the Redbird sideline to get the instructions from fourth-year head coach Ryan Peden. Birds on the half-court offense. Wolf off to the right, gives to Coleman. Straight on three, off back iron, a miss. Landon Wolf skied for the rebound, pulled it down, was tied up, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Sion Medley, the Kent State point guard. That's going to be his second of the night. Ty Pence comes in to replace Brandon Lee, who has not practiced all week. He's been fighting the flu. So Illinois State using him in short spurts tonight, and so far it's paid off. He's done a great job defensively. Lee with 3 rebounds and 2 blocks so far tonight. Wolf back to the line for Illinois State, and he knocks home the first. Wolf 3 of 3 from the stripe tonight.
Maybe Lee's one of those kind of players that is better if he doesn't practice.
It's a possibility.
Not many, but there's a few.
Wolf makes good on both and give him 16. And Illinois State back to a 20-point lead, 43-23. Medley angles left of the circle, comes back to his right around to Gillespie's pick. Beats Gillespie, low on the left, pushed a layup up and missed it from point-blank range. Pence the rebound for Illinois State. Here's Coleman to the forecourt for the Birds. Draws a double team. Kicks to Pence. Open look. Left corner 3. Rimming no. And the weak side rebound on the right block. Two-handed by Briscoe of Kent State. Here's Whaley. Safford penetrates into the paint. Leaves it low on the right. Gillespie. Jump pass into the hands of Kinzinger. And the Birds come up with a steal. Up ahead, Coleman. Coleman drives in on Safford in the paint. Leaves it for Wolf. Teardrop right hand is good. Landon Wolf with 18 first half points, and Illinois State opens up a 45-23 lead on Kent State. And there's an injured Kent State player down on the right baseline. A little bit slow getting up. It's going to be Morgan Safford, the 6'5 grad student transfer out of Miami of Ohio. And he's going to limp off the floor. I believe Whitekey came in to replace him in the lineup for Kent State. Scudberg's going to come off the Redbird bench and give a blow to Landon Wolf. All he's done is go 3 of 6 for beyond the arc, 18 points, 5 rebounds so far for the senior out of Cedar Falls, Iowa. So Scudberg, Pence, Landon Moore, Mason Claybo, and Johnny Kinzinger, the 5 of the floor. Birds a 22-point lead, 45-23. Minute 09 to play first half. Medley, top side, feeds Whaley, jump stop, low on the left, in traffic, off the window and in. Rob Whaley, points number 6 and 7, under a minute to play. 45-25, Birds by 20. Kinzinger, forecourt on the right side, gets to Scunberg, back to Johnny. Penetrates right of the lane, now circles back out. Picks up his dribble, cross-court pass, Moore, catch and shoot three, left wing, Remy, no. And the rebound of Rob Whaley of Kent State. Hand off in backcourt. Over to Sion Medley. Medley over the midcourt stripe. 10-second differential, game and shot clock. Game clock at 30. Medley relocates, fires a three off back iron. Kinzinger skies for the Redbird rebound. Lead feed to Penn. Shot clock is going dark. 20 seconds for the first half. 45-25, Birds by 20. And they come to their feet here inside Sefcu Arena. Game clock down to 10. Kinzinger directing traffic out near the time stripe. On the dribble against Williamson. Draws a double, kicks to Pence. Foul line. Tried to dump it down low. Hit traffic, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Birds with 1 1/10 left on the first half clock. So Illinois State not inbound, deep in that coughing corner, far sideline. It's going to have to be a catch and shoot. Claybo to toss in. Gives to Kinzinger. Fires a three at the horn, and the shot comes up short. But Illinois State heads to the halftime locker room with a 20-point lead on Kent State, 45-25. Our count here at the break. Illinois State University has been recognized by U.S. News and World Report as well as Washington Monthly as being among the best values in higher education, with tuition frozen for 4 years and graduates earning $15,000 more than the national average. You can feel good about your investment in an ISU degree. Learn more and apply today at illinoisstate.edu/apply. Our score at the break, it's Illinois State 45, Kent State 25. Our halftime report presented by Baird's Auto and Tire Care is coming up next. This is Illinois State Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Rob Dobbs Restaurant is known for prime ribs Friday through Sunday. I'm Bob Dobsky, and I wanted to let you know that Rob Dobbs is open for lunch Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. I'd like to personally invite you to try one of our handcrafted burgers from our lunch menu. Skip the drive-thru and enjoy a delicious sit-down lunch this week at Rob Dobbs Restaurant.
How long's the wait to be seated, Bob?
Just a little, Jules.
See our lunch menu when you bookmark robdobbsbn.com.
No car accident is ever the same. Distracted driver, drunk driver, sunny day, rainy day, on your way to work, headed home from work, the grocery store, a random drive, your first accident, or oh no, not again. Every journey after a serious accident is different, but the story's the same, especially when it's yours. You need help. You need Kanoski Bresny. If you've been seriously injured, call Kanoski Bresny for your free consultation.
Tim Gould Farms in Henry County. He trusts Illinois Farm Bureau to have his back, and so can you.
Farm Bureau has a very large impact on local communities and on the state level. There's different avenues of communications, such as Farm Week, Ag Safety, Ag in the Classroom, scholarship programs. Between off the farm job, the farm, and family, my life without Farm Bureau would feel as though I'm on my own.
The Illinois Farm Bureau Advantage. Impactful advocacy, trusted information, and meaningful development.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is the Redbird Halftime Show on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield. The Redbirds Halftime Show is presented by Baird's Auto and Tire. Trusted professional repairs since 1959. Generations of quality service you can count on. Now back to courtside.
Back here inside Zephyr Arena in Normal. We're at halftime. Welcome into our Baird's Auto and Tire halftime report. Baird's Auto and Tire located at 804 West Division Street in Normal. Trusted professional repairs since 1959. Generations of quality service you can count on. Visit them online at BairdsAutoCareCenter.com. Birds have dominated the first 20 minutes of this opening round matchup in the NIT. Ryan Deaton's ball club a 45-25 lead on visiting Kent State. Let's take a quick look at our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Toyota. Begin with the NCAA tournament, the first four. And Prairie View A&M came back to defeat Lehigh 67-55, the first ball game at Dayton. Later tonight, they'll tip things off in about 25 minutes from UD Arena. Miami of Ohio will meet SMU. In the NIT scoreboard tonight, winner of this game tonight, this weekend, will play the winner of Wake Forest and Navy. And top-seeded Wake Forest at home in Winston-Salem, currently a 72-56 lead on 8th-seeded Navy with 4:02 to play in that second half. Also in the NIT in this Winston-Salem region, in about 15 minutes, they'll tip things off from downtown Peoria, where second-seeded Dayton visits the Bradley Braves. Dayton at 23-11 out of the A-10 will meet the Braves, who open tournament play tonight at 21-12. That's a look at our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Toyota. Proud supporter of Redbird basketball. Visit your Peoria, Pekin, Bloomington Toyota dealers today. Birds by 20 here at the break. Back with more on our Baird's Auto and Tire halftime show after this timeout on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact. It's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact. America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Planning a wedding or special event? Celebrate in style at DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington. With elegant event spaces, expert planners, and award-winning catering, your big day will be unforgettable. From intimate gatherings to grand celebrations, we handle every detail, so you can focus on making memories. Book your tour today at DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington, where the little things mean everything.
Do you have a cough, fever, sore throat, or the flu? Head to OSF On-Call Urgent Care, where we know just what to do. We'll care for your minor illnesses and injuries with great speed and send you home with any treatments you might need. Walk in for care in Bloomington Normal from 8 to 8 each day, or make a reservation and be on your way. Visit osfoncall.org/urgent care today.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Illinois State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Back here inside City Arena, Birds a 45-25 lead on Kent State. Welcome back to our Baird's Auto and Tire halftime report. Hey, fans, you're looking for a career with great pay and benefits, no debt education, job security, and many opportunities for advancement? then consider a career in the plumbing and the piping industry. Visit the Bloomington Normal Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Contractors Association website at bnphcc.com to find out how to get started in this high-demand, satisfying, and challenging career field. That's bnphcc.com. We'll take a look at our first half stats presented by Virtus Financial Group. On the other side of this timeout, Birds by 20 here at the break on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Life is worth enjoying, and Avanti's is perfect for enjoying every moment. You bring the family, friends, laughter, smiles, and Avanti's will serve you the taste of tradition. And we'll clean up the dishes, too. Gather in our dining room with family and friends for Italian home cooking. For big celebrations, Avanti's banquet room fits graduation, retirement, baby showers, or birthdays. Celebrate big and small at your local Avanti's, because life is worth enjoying every moment.
At the home of the gondola, Avanti's.
One day you're a new college graduate. The next you're saying yes to your forever partner. Soon you're painting a nursery the pinkest shade of pink. Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you in health. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. From checkups to immunizations for your family, your OSF PCP is there for every stage. Your life, our mission. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Baird's Auto Care Center is under new ownership, and Larry would like to let you know that you no longer need to make an appointment to have your oil changed. You're busy enough, and the last thing you should have to do is schedule an appointment to have your oil changed. So when you're about to hit your next 3,000 miles, swing into Baird's Auto Care Center to keep your vehicle running smooth.
I'm Larry with Baird's Auto Care Center. We work on your car so you don't have to.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like wanting a psychic that helps you, but getting one that just ruins surprises.
I see. Your friend's throwing you a surprise party.
Well, that's ruined.
I see. The end of your favorite show. Madison stays with Braden.
Can I get a refund?
I don't see that.
You wouldn't settle for just any psychic, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
WJBC Bloomington Normal, AM 1230 and FM 102.1, a Cumulus Media station.
Hey, Redbird fans, it doesn't matter if the team is home or away. It's always a good time to be wearing red. Head to redbirdspiritshop.com today with everything from tees and hats to hoodies and sweatpants. That's redbirdspiritshop.com. Birds by 20 here at the break. Let's take a quick look at our halftime stats brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. Birds finished the first 20 minutes 47% from the floor. They knocked down 8 of 20 triple tries and 7 of 10 from the line. Illinois State with 2 in double figures, led by a game-high 18 from Landon Wolf here in the first half. He went 3 of 6 from distance. Also with a team-high 5 rebounds at the break. Chase Walker on 4 of 5 shooting has 10 points. Johnny Kinzinger, 2 of 4 from beyond the arc. He's got 9. And then you got 3 apiece for both Tyreek Coleman, Bowden Skunberg, and 2 for Ty Pence to round out the Redbird scoring. Kent State ice cold in the first half, 10 of 34, a 29% clip, and just 2 of 14 from distance. Golden Flashes were 3 of 4 from the line. Kent State being led by Morgan Safford, who had 8 points here at the break, 7 from Rob Whaley Jr. Rebounding, even a 22 apiece. Kent State, one of the top offensive rebounding teams in the country. They have 6 at the break. Illinois State with 9 offensive caroms. Kent State, 9 assists. They turned it over 5 times. Illinois State, 12 first-half assists. They committed just 2 first-half miscues and points in the paint. Kent State with a 16-14 edge there. Illinois State, 16-1 when leading at the half this year. Those are your first-half stats brought to you by Virtus Financial Group. You've built your wealth. Now it's time to align it with your vision for life. With Virtus, they walk with you to create clarity today and confidence for tomorrow so you can move forward with purpose and peace of mind. Call 309-473-9991. That's 309-473-9991 or visit thevirtusfg.com. Halftime show brought to you by Baird's Auto and Tire, located at 804 West Division in Normal. Trusted professional repairs since 1959. Visit them online at Baird'sAutoCareCenter.com. Birds 45, Kent State 25. Back with the second half after this timeout on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, you're listening to Meditating with Jan from Toyota. Soften your focus and visualize yourself off-roading in a Tacoma. Now engage your senses. What do you hear? A donkey, because you're driving the kids to a farm sanctuary in a Grand Highlander. Breathe in, breathe out, and go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Bob Dobsky, and I'm personally inviting you to come into Rob Dobbs restaurant this week for lunch. Enjoy a delicious meal from the new Rob Dobbs lunch menu during your workday, and you don't have to worry about a long wait as we have plenty of seating. From our handcrafted burgers, specialty sandwiches, or variety of salads, you'll be ready to take on the rest of your day.
And how long's the wait to be seated, Bob?
Just a little, Jules.
See our lunch menu when you visit robdobbsbn.com.
Your joints are the key to every move you make. Joint pain doesn't have to stop you. Whether you're recovering from an injury or managing ongoing pain, OSF Orthopedics with Ortho Midwest can get you back on track. Our experts carefully define your pain and discomfort and offer a personalized treatment so you can get back to doing what you love quicker. OSF Orthopedics with Ortho Midwest. Care focused on you.
Hi, I'm Shannon Smith.
And I'm Tom, Little City Peterson of the Smith Peterson Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Rising.
As the official real estate team of ISU Athletics, the Redbirds trust the Smith Peterson Real Estate Group, and so can you.
Winning in real estate takes more than luck. It takes a strong team.
From first-time buyers to seasoned sellers, we'll help you win big.
We're here to guide you with proven strategies that deliver winning results.
Ready to make your next move a victory? Call us today at 309-807-5834.
Go you Redbirds!
45-25, Illinois State by 20 as we're set to start the second half of this opening round matchup of the NIT. Kent State the basketball first. Sion Medley on the dribble against Claybo. Takes it right to the key, gets into the paint. Gives to Whaley, left-handed three, left wing, rolls home. 3 ball for Rob Whaley Jr., just his 8th of the campaign. And he's the first Kent State Golden Flash in double figures tonight. He's got 10. 45-28. Birds their first touch here in half number 2. Wolf out between the circles. Plays it away left side over to Claybo. Claybo knifing down the lane. Leaves it. Scunberg reverse layup attempt. Left it short. Rebound tipped out of the hands of Walker and controlled by Whaley. Up ahead Medley. High with the handle. Into the forecourt. Guarded by Claybo. Tosses top of the key. Straight away to Whaley. Galengo right of the circle. Now against a double team. Out front, Williamson loads up a 3. Shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound. Layup attempt, no. And the rebound tipped. It's loose on the deck, and Kinziger controls. Johnny gets it away to Scunberg. Scunberg lead feed forecourt. Claybo taps on the brakes. Gives to a trailing Walker. Walker, line right. Crosses over on Gillespie in the paint against a triple team. Finds Kinziger. Open look. 3 left wing. Rimming no. And the rebound to Rico Gillespie of Kent State. 45-28. Medley down Broadway at the other end. Left a layup attempt short with the right hand. I think he was expecting contact. None came. And Walker clears away the Redbird rebound. 45-28. Birds by 17. Justin away here, second half. Walker low on the right against the double. Out to Wolf. Open look. 3 right wing. Rattles off the mark. No good. Gillespie another rebound for Kent State. It's his 12th of the night, but he's just 1 of 8 from the floor for 2 points. 45-28. Medley attacking forecourt left. Gives to Whaley low on the left. Blocked away by Walker, but they're going to call a whistle and a foul against Chase. That's going to be the second of the night on Chase Walker.
You know, Fitz, I wonder if they put together officiating crews like this, if these 3 guys have ever worked together.
Not really sure how that works. You're obviously going to have a different assigner in postseason play, whether or not it's the NIT, NCAA. So Whaley back to the line, where he's 1 of 1 on the night. Just 62% on the year. Left-hander sends the first. It's good. So Whaley with all 4 points here so far in the second half for Kent State. Trailed it by 20 at the break. And currently on a 4-0 run to start this second half. Second free throw by Whaley off the front of the tin, no good. Skunberg the rebound. Birds looking for their first points. And half number 2, we played 2 minutes and 10 seconds. 45-29. Kinzinger hounded by Williamson out front. Between the rings, gives to Walker. Pressure by Gillespie. Left wing 3 out of the hands of Wolf. It's off the mark. Rebound back tapped. A whistle and a foul called. It's going to go against Kent State. I believe they got Morgan Safford with the personal foul. Foul is on Safford. That's going to be his second. So Birds with 20 in the timer will throw in baseline right. Kinzinger gets it into Walker. Refeeds Kinzinger. Right corner Wolf. He's going to load up another 3 and hit. 4th 3 of the night for Landon Wolf, who's on automatic. He's got 21. That equals his career high that he had at Belmont as a freshman when he was a member of the Panthers at UNI. 48-29. Birds by 19. Whaley line right. Guarded by Walker, step back, 15-footer, left of the key, shot doesn't go, and Claybo two-hands the Redbird rebound. Outlet left to Skunberg. Bowden gallops up the left sideline. Standing dribble, left of the key. Now to Walker out front, he'll cross over on Whaley, shovel off to Kinzinger, draw a double team, a bounce on the back door, Claybo. He'll snap off a 3 out front. That one rattles off the mark. Walker, the offensive board, put it back up and in with the left hand for Chase Walker. A dozen for Chase, and the Birds a 21-point lead. Led it by as many as 22. That ball tipped away out of bounds. It'll stay with Kent State. Brandon Leib's going to check in for Chase Walker. Walker is 5 of 6 from the floor with 4 rebounds and 12 points for Illinois State. Tyreek Coleman's also going to come in. He's going to give Mason Claybo a blow. So it's Wolf, Skunberg, Coleman, Leib, and Kinzinger, the 5 on the floor defensively. Morgan Safford to play it in. Gets it into Gillespie. They run the weave out high. Medley on a bounce to Gillespie at the foul line. Turns, finds Whaley. Couple of dribbles. Backdoor feed over to Safford. Right of the lane. Half hook right hand over Leib. Rattles and falls. Had a nice touch. And Safford knocks it down. He's in double figures with 10. 50-31. Birds by 19. 16-10 to play here in the second half. Here's Coleman into the forecourt for Illinois State. Top of the key, Wolf. Now to a curling Kinzinger out between the circles. Guarded by Williamson. Jump pass left point. Wolf fires a 3, too strong. Weak side rebound to Gillespie. Rico Gillespie outlets to Medley. Hesitation dribble to the forecourt. Feeds Gillespie to the foul line. Drives in on Skunberg, who gets whistled for a blocking foul. Gillespie dropped his shoulders. Skunberg was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and Bowden picks up the personal foul, his first of the night. And that takes us to a media timeout. Redbird basketball brought to you by Rosalato Surfaces. When it comes to floor care, Rosalato Surfaces is your go-to local expert. Whether it's commercial, residential, concrete, epoxy, carpet, or hard floor surfaces, they've got you covered. Step up your floor game with Rosalato Services and enjoy a cleaner, fresher space. Contact them today at rosalatoservices.com. 15:46 to play, second half here in Normal. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Illinois State 50, Kent State 31 on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hungry for something fast and flavorful? Swing by Barrel House for lunch that hits the spot. From juicy burgers to bold wraps, crispy tenders to fresh salads, our lunch trips are packed with flavor and ready in a flash. Available Monday through Friday, 11 to 2, because your lunch break deserves more than drive-through regret. Barrel House, food that lifts your spirits. Find us at 9 Brickyard Drive in Bloomington, attached to the DoubleTree by Hilton, or order ahead online.
You may not think it matters all that much where your lawyer's from, but after you're injured, having a lawyer who knows Central Illinois, who knows your doctors, and where you're being treated makes all the difference to big insurance. And it makes all the difference to getting the money you need and deserve. At Konoski Bresney, we pride ourselves on being from here and knowing what it takes to help someone from this community when they need it most. We know Central Illinois, and we are Konoski Bresney.
We all have a mission in life. For some, it's sinking that game-winning shot. For others, it's cheering for your team from the sidelines. At OSF Healthcare, We want you to be the best you possible. We're here for the Bloomington Normal community to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission, we're here to support it, so you can get back to the court, the field, or the stands. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
15 minutes, 46 seconds remain in the opening round of this NIT matchup. Illinois State, the number 4 seed in the Winston-Salem region, with a commanding 50-31 lead on visiting Kent State. Alongside Mike Matthews, I'm John Fitzgerald. Blake Haas is back at our network studio in Bloomington. Birds led it by 20 at the break. And now break huddle after the timeout with Ty Pence, Tyreek Coleman, Brandon Lee, Bowden Skundberg, and Johnny Kinziger. Kent State the basketball. As Sion Medley will throw it in baseline right. 21 on the timer. They get it into Briscoe. Whitekey plays it away. Medley, a whistle and a foul off the basketball. They're going to get Ty Pence with a hold down low, well off the basketball. Ty's going to pick up his first.
Gillespie is playing far more physical here in the second half than he did at any point in the first half.
Got a game-high 13 rebounds, but just 1 of 8 from the floor. They get it down low to Gillespie, and he's going to staple it with 2 hands. He had an edge on Skundberg. Gillespie, his second field goal of the night. The average is 18.1, but it has just 4. 15:27 to play, second half. 50-33, Birds by 17 with the rock. Lieb out front. Holds the ball over his head, guarded by Briscoe. Now terminates the dribble. Gives it a bounce to Skundberg. Bluffs the shot. Low on the left. And his follow rims out. And the rebound controlled by Kent State. Briscoe into the forecourt finds Medley. 2 hands of pass. Gillespie out front being hounded on pressure. Man-to-man defense by Bowden Skundberg. Now left side Whitekey. Left of the lane Gillespie. Turns on Bowden. Here comes a double team. Dribbles out of it. High post feed at the foul line to Medley. Step back, straight on 3 over Pence. High arcer, banked home. Foul off the basketball. Rob Senderoff, the Kent State boss, wants to know if that shot is good. They're going to count the basket, and they're going to call a push on Bowden Skundberg off the basketball. So Skundberg picks up his second. Count the banked home 3 out of the right hand to Sion Medley. And Medley, who averages 11 per game, has his first points of the night here at the 14:47 mark of the second half. So that brings Kent State back within 14 at 50-36. They're going to take a look at this one on review. This officials review brought to you by Kanoski Bresnik, your local personal injury and workers' compensation attorneys with over $500 million recovered. They get their worth. Visit them online at kbinjurylaw.com.
My question is, Fitz, how's the guy that ends up on his back at half court called for the foul?
Well, I think they're probably trying to determine that as well, but I don't think they're going to take the foul away from Bowden Skundberg. So I think the only reason to look at that was whether or not they were going to upgrade it to a flagrant violation. I think that's going to stay a common foul without a doubt.
Yeah, I thought Kent State was very physical in the first half. They've come out here in the first 5.5 minutes of the second half and are more physical.
So now Kent State awarded the basketball after the 3 ball by Medley. They get it in Gillespie, bodies up on Walker, and a whistle, and they're going to wave it off and call a foul on the ground. It's going to go against Walker. The fans come to their feet here inside Sefview Arena. Gillespie lowered his shoulder, was pushing off as an offensive player on Walker, but Walker picks up his third at the 14:43 mark. Team foul number 5, Kent State inbounds. Bob feed out front. Briscoe runs it down in backcourt, but it's an over and back violation called against the Golden Flashes. So Birds take over after the turnover. 14:38 to play, 50-36. Birds a 14-point lead. Landon Moore, the trigger man, gets it in front of the Redbird bench. Tosses backcourt to Tyreek Coleman. Coleman angles left of the circle, gives out front to Kinzinger. They try to trap him. Works left around a Walker screen. Darts a pass right of the circle to Moore. Now they feed the post to Walker, low on the right, back to Moore. Extra pass, Kinzinger, left point 3, off back iron, a miss, and the rebound to Williamson. Lofts the pass over to Medley, who carries into the offensive end. Medley into the paint for Kent State. Now slashes back to the right, circles back above the arc. They get it to Gillespie, short corner right, turns on Walker, comes up shooting from 15, left it short, Walker the rebound. Up ahead, Coleman to the line, down the lane, all the way to the rim, blocked against the backboard by Gillespie, and they're going to call goaltending against Rico Gillespie, and Coleman's going to get credit for the layup attempt in transition. Coleman's now got 5, and the Birds a 52-36 lead. Walker checks out. Brandon Leap comes in to replace him. So Kent State takes over. Coleman has 5, 52-36. 13:49 to play. Medley around the horn. Jump pass, shovels off to Whitekey. Ball deflected away first by Illinois State. It'll stay with the Golden Flashes.
Much better movement by Kent State here in the second half. Some legal, some not.
Morgan Safford comes back in for 15th year head coach Rob Senderoff as Williamson takes a seat. Kent State inbounds out of the corner. Lob feet, caught by Gillespie. He's matched up with Lieb this trip down. Here's Medley, left of the lane, on the dribble. Up with the right hand, shot doesn't go, back tapped into the hands of Coleman. Here comes Illinois State. Medley backpedaling in defense, yelling at the referee. Pence his 3 ball off the mark, no good. Long carom out to Medley. Shuffles ahead, Whitekey. Transition 3, blocked by Coleman. Ball's loose. Saved by Gillespie, but he stepped on the baseline, and Illinois State takes over.
Yeah, what a great hustle play by Coleman.
Rob Whaley Jr., the transfer out of UNLV, comes back into the fray for Kent State. Desmond Briscoe is going to take a seat. (52-36) Illinois State. A 16-point lead, 13-17 to play second half. Landon Moore between the circles. Out front to Kinziger around a Pence screen, gets into the paint. Cut off, out front to Pence once again. Pence on the dribble against Whaley, stops, elbow left. Plays it away above the arc to Coleman. 10 to shoot. Coleman crosses over on Whaley. Penetrates down the lane. Shot deflected away. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Birds with 6 left in the shot clock. This has gone beyond physical, I would say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think the officials really need to step in and settle things down. There's going to be some fisticuffs.
This looks like this game could be played on the blacktop right now. Coleman gets it in. Left corner. Kinziger to lead. Back to Johnny. Comes up shooting at the foul line. Rimming no. Pence the offensive board. Gets it out to Coleman left point. Coleman dances on the dribble out front. Around a leap screen. Turns the corner on to Whitekey. Reverse layup attempt. No good. Rebound Rob Whaley Jr. of Kent State. Whitekey lead feed caught by Gillespie, and he lost a handle of it out of bounds to Illinois State with 12:37 to play second half. 8th turnover of the night for Kent State. Chase Walker, Landon Wolf come back in for Ryan Peden. Brandon Lieb and Ty Pence will take a seat. So it's Moore, Wolf, Coleman, Kinziger, and Walker, the 5 on the floor for Illinois State. Attacking four-quarter right. 12:31 to play second half. 52-36. They feed the post down low to Walker, who's pushed from behind by Gillespie, and that alerts a foul from the whistle of Gene Grimshaw. So Gillespie picks up his 3rd personal of the night. Team foul number 7.
Yeah, I think Illinois State ought to go right at Gillespie and get him off the floor.
Here's Walker right in the lane against the double. Pushes off on Stafford. Out front to Kinziger. Kinziger refeeds Walker. Right corner, Wolf. Loads up a 3, ring it up. Landon Wolf from downtown, a career high 24 points on his 5th made 3 of the night. Birds by 19, 55-36. Gillespie spinning and turning. A whistle and a blocking foul is going to be called on Landon Wolf. That's going to send Gillespie to the line, foul line left. You can tell Gillespie incredibly frustrated so far, just 4 points. He averages 18.1 per game, and he's 2 of 10 from the field.
You know, it's funny, too. The guys that are the most physical defensively, like Gillespie is, really doesn't like the contact down at the offensive end.
So Gillespie to the line, foul line left. 79% on the year, was 6 of 7 last Friday, and the first free throw is a brick off back iron. He'll have one more to come.
Kind of wonder why he's getting 2 shots.
Did think that foul occurred on the ground when Wolf went to the deck. Second free throw, good. So Gillespie splits his pair. He's got 5 on the night. 55-37. We hit the 12-minute mark here in the second half. Kinzinger into the forecourt. Off to the right is Coleman. Now right point, Walker out front. Wolf puts in the belly of Landon Moore. He'll survey the man-to-man. Kinzinger curling, comes up shooting, left of the lane and hits. Johnny Kinzinger off a curl screen has a... Half. Whaley to Safford. Bobbled the pass, got it back. Now controls out front with a standing dribble. Bounce left of the lane to Whaley. Turns on Moore. Dribbles in on Wolf, who dug in, took the charge. And Whaley picks up the personal foul. That's going to be his second of the night. Team foul number 3, and that's going to take us to immediate timeout. Redbird fans, download the McDonald's app to start earning free food and great game day deals on all your faves in the app. You can also order ahead and save time in line. Download the McDonald's app today. 11:23 to go, second half here in Normal. Birds by 20 on a McDonald's scoreboard, 57-37. Back with more after this timeout on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact, it's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact, Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact, America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact, I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY industry reported total sales.
Running a business isn't cheap, and if you have a fleet of vehicles, downtime means lost revenue. Baird's Auto Care Center provides top-notch service from oil changes to engine repairs that will keep your fleet on the road. Regular maintenance can help you avoid costly breakdowns and extend the life of your fleet vehicles.
I'm Larry with Baird's Auto Care Center. Contact me today to learn how we can help keep your business moving forward with the fleet service program at Baird's Auto Care Center.
Hungry for something fast and flavorful? Swing by Barrel House for lunch that hits the spot. From juicy burgers to bold wraps, crispy tenders to fresh salads, our lunch trips are packed with flavor and ready in a flash. Available Monday through Friday, 11 to 2, because your lunch break deserves more than drive-through regret. Barrel House, food that lifts your spirits. Find us at 9 Brickyard Drive in Bloomington, attached to the Doubletree by Hilton, or order ahead online.
Redbird basketball presented by Bratcher Heating and Air Conditioning, providing reliable and professional heating and cooling services you can count on for over 4 decades. Bratcher Heating and Air Conditioning, making home comfortable again. Visit them online at BratcherComfort.com.
Okay, Fitz, I want your opinion. Are NIT games so far, which you've seen, officiated differently than Missouri Valley Conference games?
This one is without a doubt more physical with fewer whistles. However, we've seen stretches at times in the Valley where the same thing has happened, especially early on in ball games. Second half, it seems to be reined in a little bit more. This second half has kind of resembled the romper room a little bit at recess at junior high.
I mean, I've been to football games
with less contact.
Yeah, with less contact.
Illinois State has gotten it done. They led by 20 at the break and continue to lead with a 20-point margin, 57-37, 11:23 to play. Birds with 3 in double figures, led by a career-high 24 from Landon Wolf, who splashed down 5 of 11 triple tries. Chase Walker is a dozen. Kinzinger with 11. Birds break huddle with Landon Moore, Mason Claybo, Landon Wolf, Johnny Kinzinger, and Chase Walker, the 5 on the floor. Birds take over offensively with a 20-point lead. 11:19 to play second half. Kinzinger over the timeline against a crouching defense of Sion Medley. Gives to Claybo, back to Johnny. Right corner three in the air from Walker, and it's good. Nothing but net for Chase Walker. 15 for the big man of the Birds. A 23-point lead, their biggest of the night. Here's Gillespie on the dribble against Wolf, right of the lane. Here comes the double, circles back out. Into the corner, one-on-one game. Gillespie spins baseline. Jumper from 15, rattles off the mark, and the weak side rebound collected by Chase Walker. 6th rebound of the night for Chase. Kinzinger in the paint, leaves it on the right baseline. Landon Moore, reverse layup attempt, doesn't go, but a whistle and a foul called. Sion Medley picks up the personal foul for Kent State. That's his 3rd of the night. Team foul number 4 called against the Golden Flashes.
You know, Illinois State's up 23, and we've missed 4 or 5 layups.
So Landon Moore to the line, foul line right for Illinois State. Moore is not scratched in the scorebook yet. 50% on the year. First free throw off back iron, a miss. Moore was 1 of 2 against UNI from the stripe. Williamson comes in for Kent State. Rico Gillespie is going to take a seat. One more foul shot to come from Moore. Birds a 23-point lead, their biggest of the night. Deep knee bend by Moore, eyes the hoop. Free throw on the way, it's good. Landon Moore splits his pair, first point of the night. 61-37. Birds by 24 here in the opening round of the NIT. Rayvon Griffith, transfer out of University of Cincinnati, gives the wide key left of the lane. On the dribble against Claybo. Now left of the key is Whaley. Against the double, feeds it into the post. Intended for Safford, knocked away. Safford ran it down. 6 to shoot. Safford in the lane, pushed it up right hand, tried to kiss it home, rattles off the mark. Walker the rebound. Lead feed to Wolf, to a trailing Claybo. Claybo all the way to the glass. Layup attempt, no, but a whistle and a foul called. And Mason Claybo's got 2 free throws to come, line light.
You know, Mason Claybo is so athletic. A lot of times I think he's totally out of control, and then he puts it up on the glass. He's very, very athletic.
And incredibly quick. Claybo looking for his first points of the night. Has 3 rebounds, 2 assists. First free throw on the way is good. Birds 9 of 13 for the stripe tonight. Kent State, who averages 26.4 free throw attempts per game on the year, has had just 8 strokes from the charity stripe so far. Claybo knocks down both. He's got a 2, and it's 63-37, halfway home here in the second half. Here's Griffith, jump pass at the foul line to Whaley. Goes across the lane left to right. Gives to Safford, back to Whaley, right of the lane. Bodies up, draws a double, kicks to Williamson. Left corner 3 is in. Jahari Williamson, transfer out of the University of Niagara. Has 6 now on the night, 63-40. Redbird lead cut to 23. Here's Claybo. On the dribble left side, comes back to his right around a Walker screen, out between the rings, darts a pass on the left angle. The Landon Wolf, hands off to Walker. Now Kinzinger trying to penetrate. Gives right wing. Claybo rises a 3 and knocks it down over White Key. Claybo with 5 straight. Birds lead at 66-40. 9:09 to play second half. Whaley top of the key. Left side to Safford. On the dribble against Wolf. Wolf knocked it away. Safford runs it down with 14 to shoot. Safford to the foul line. Spins into the lane against the double across the lane. Whaley reverse layup is good. Whaley's got a baker's dozen, 13, 8:49 to play, 66-42. Redbird lead stands at 24. Claybo gets the offense in motion and give to Kinzinger a whistle. And a foul call. It's going to be a moving screen called against Mason Claybo. That'll be his first of the night. Team foul number 7 called against the red and white here in the second half, and Kent State's going to take over.
You know, we've talked about how physical this game is. And the big man, Chase Walker, with only 1 foul so far, it's hard to believe.
15 points to his credit and 7 rebounds. Griffith to play it in backcourt to Widekey. Whitekey runs the point this trip down. He's against Claybo. Right side, Safford. Now Whaley, backdoor cut Safford, rising to the rim, and he lays it in. Good high-low feed there. Safford able to finish with his right hand. He's got a dozen, 66-44.
Fitz, that's why that's hard to believe.
Because it's not true. 3 fouls tonight for Chase Walker so far. He has it now at the right point. On the dribble against Whaley. Shovels off to Claybo, draws a double, back to Walker, straight on 3, off the front of the tin, no good. Safford skies for the Kent State rebound. 8-minute mark here in the second half. Birds by 22. Whaley top of the key. Back to the basket, looks for a cutter, now terminates the dribble. Finds Griffith out front. Griffith pressured by Moore. Steps inside the arc, pulls up from 18. Rattles off the mark. Landon Wolf the rebound for Illinois State. Wolf now with 7 rebounds on the night. Coleman out front near the time stripe. 7:34 to play. 66-44. Right side to Moore. Back up top, Coleman. Coleman finds Wolf. Wolf on the dribble against Safford. Right sideline to Moore. Between the rings is Claybo. Jumper from 18 for Walker. Turns and knocks it down over Whaley. Ryan Peden's going to take time with 7:14 to play in this second half. Walker's got 17. That's going to be a full timeout, and Turn to a Media will step out as well. Hey, Redbird fans, it doesn't matter if the team is home or away. It's always a good time to be wearing red. Head to redbirdspiritshop.com today with everything from tees and hats to hoodies and sweatpants. That's redbirdspiritshop.com. 7:14 to play, second half here at the Q. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Illinois State by 24, 68-44 on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Tracy Pat-Kunis, realtor with RE/MAX Rising and proud supporter of ISU Athletics. Just like our Redbirds, I believe in hard work, teamwork, and giving it everything you've got. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, I'm here to help you every step of the way with local expertise you can trust. Call or text me at 309-275-5956 or visit patkunishomes.com. I'm Tracy Pat-Kunis with RE/MAX Rising, your hometown realtor and loyal Redbird fan. Go Birds.
We all have a mission in life, something that drives us to explore, to grow, to love. And when we discover it, we're made whole. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. We're here for you on your schedule to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission is, we're here to support it. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
Attention Redbird fans, this is your stomach speaking. I demand a Jimmy John's toasted sub with hot melty toasty perfection, and I want it delivered freaky fast before halftime. Jimmy John's delivers faster than a game-winning three-pointer and toasted subs that bring the crunch and flavor you crave. Order now, keep cheering, and feed that hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh, freaky toasty.
Redbird basketball brought to you by WinStar Lines, Illinois' premier charter bus provider, now with an office open in Bloomington. Visit them online at gowinstar.com. 7:14 to play, second half here in the opening round of the NIT. It's been all Birds here tonight in Normal. 68-44 the lead for Ryan Peden's ball club. Alongside Mike Matthews, I'm John Fitzgerald. Blake Haas is back in our network studio in Bloomington. Winner of this one will advance to be top-seeded Wake Forest in round number 2 this weekend. It's part of the NIT's Winston-Salem Regional. Date and time and location of that game still yet to be determined. That'll take place later tonight. Illinois State has been outstanding here tonight. Since the opening tip of this one, it has seemed like they have wanted it a lot more than Kent State. Birds playing in their first NIT since the 2017 campaign. They led it by 20 at the break and now enjoy a 24-point lead, which is 7:14 to play. Kent State the basketball after the timeout. Birds defensively, featuring Bowden Scunberg, Ty Pence, Brandon Lee, Johnny Kinzinger, and Tyree Coleman. Landon Wolf has provided a big part of the offense, a career-high 24 points. Birds with 3 in double figures. Wolf has splashed down 5 of 11 triple tries. Kent State attacking four-court left here in the second half. Wide key on a bounce, right of the lane to Whaley. Turns on Lee, takes lead. Low on the right block, cut off on the baseline. Sends it above the arc of the right point, Safford. Safford on the drive against Pence, up with the right hand. Shot doesn't go, but a whistle and a foul called. 2 free throws to come for Morgan Safford as Pence picks up the foul, his second of the night.
I'll tell you, Fitz, it's going to be fun to watch. Scunberg just checked back into the game, and he's been extremely physical going against Gillespie.
So before Safford goes to the line, that's going to turn to a media timeout. We'll step out, 6:51 to go, second half here in Normal. Our count to the McDonald's scoreboard. Illinois State 68, Kent State 44. Back in a moment, you're listening to Illinois State Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Dive into flavor at Deep End Tap, where craft beer flows, the food's bold, and the vibes are always on point. The Deep End Tap. Don't just dip your toe, jump in. Bloomington's Hidden Gem, located in Eastland Suites Hotel, a trademark collection by Wyndham.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact, it's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact, America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Blake Hines back at the network studios here on WJBC. Well, in our bracket of the NIT, Wake Forest has gotten the victory, so they await the winner of Illinois State and Kent State. Of course, the Birds on top, 68-44. Inside 7 minutes to play here in the second half. Don't forget, we will have a chat with head coach Ryan Peterly in our post-game show. That, of course, comes your way in about 7 minutes as far as playing time goes. And don't forget, Illinois State women's basketball in action sometime in the next couple of days. We'll find out coming up tomorrow night as well. Just stay tuned here at WJBC. Back over to Q. Here's John and Maddie, guys.
Thank you very much, Blake. Redbird fans, the Bloomington Normal Marriott is the perfect spot to host your next wedding, special event, or just enjoy a weekend in Bloomington Normal. Offering spacious and flexible event space as well as luxurious rooms and amenities right in the heart of Uptown Normal. The Bloomington Normal Marriott has everything you need to make your next event or stay a huge success. Dial them up at 309-862-9000 or online at Marriott.com. So 6:51 to play, second half. Here inside the Q, 68-44, Illinois State. Led it by 20 at the break. Now enjoy a 24-point lead. They have been in command since virtually just after the opening tip. Morgan Safford awaits his turn at the line. Foul line left as we come back from a TV timeout. Kent State's strength was getting to the line, and it's something the Birds have been able to keep them off of tonight. They averaged 26.4 free throw attempts per contest. That was 6th most per game in all of Division I. And so far, they've had just 8 attempts from the stripe. Also an offense that averages 85.1 points per game, and they have just 44 points with the 6:51 mark in this second half. Safford's first free throw is up and in. He's got 13. So Whaley and Safford with a team-high 13 for Kent State. Second one by Safford, good again. So Safford with 14 for the Miami of Ohio transfer. He's going to check out. Sion Medley comes back in to replace him. Redbird lead is 22, 68-46. 6:45 to play second half. Bowden Scunberger, the right hash mark, out front over to Pence. Now Coleman on the drive on Medley. Teardrop in the lane. Upright hand is good for Tyree Coleman. 7 for the true freshman out of Aurora. 70-46. Birds back by 24 and a steal. Coleman into the open court. Drives in on Medley. Medley knocked it away on his way up. Great play in defensive transition for Medley, but they're going to whistle him for a foul. Medley's going to pick up his fourth, and that's going to send Tyreek Coleman to the line, foul line right. Coleman had 2 at the break, has 5 here in the second half.
Who's quicker, Coleman or Medley?
Might be Coleman.
They are both extremely quick.
That was a huge effort by Medley there in transition D. Coleman knocks down the first. He's got 8. One more to come for Tyreek.
You know, the faster the game, the better Coleman plays.
Second free throw off back iron, a miss, and a two-handed rebound. Pulled down by Quinn Weidke, freshman out of Westlake, Ohio. Takes it to the offensive end, gives to Whaley Jr. high on the left. Out front, Gillespie. Hooks a pass, Williamson. Now right of the lane is Whaley, turns on Lee. 12 to shoot. Whip out pass, left corner, Medley. Penetrates left of the key. Got Coleman to leave his feet. Finds Williamson. Right corner, 3 is good over Kinzinger. Jahari Williamson from downtown. That's his third made 3. He's got 9 of the night.
Yeah, that was the best ball movement we've seen tonight.
Kent State just 6 of 20, and Coleman gets called for over and back as Medley applied the man-to-man defense near the time stripe. So Kent State takes over. 71-49, the lead for Illinois State. Chase Walker off the Redbird bench. Brandon Leeds going to come out. Take a seat on Ryan Peden's bench. So the Birds now with Scunberg, Coleman, Walker, Kinzinger, and Pence. Weidke plays it into Gillespie. Hands off to Medley. Medley out front. Works left around a Gillespie screen. Takes it foul line extended right. Out to Williamson. He's going to penetrate, flash off, get to the rim, and lay it in. Williamson in double figures with 11. 71-51. Birds by 20. Here's Walker right of the lane. Back to the basket. Guarded by Gillespie. One dribble. Plays it away above the arc. Scunberg refeeds Walker. Spins into the lane. Half hook left hand off the front of the tin. No good. And Weidke pulls up the rebound off the deck. Digs it out to Medley. A bounce Gillespie low on the left. Spins baseline on Walker. Up right hand. It rolls off and Pence the rebound for Illinois State. Great move by Gillespie. Just couldn't finish. Here's Pence up the left sideline. Takes it into the corner. Double team. Deflected away by Gillespie. It's going to stay with Illinois State. 5 minutes to go here in the second half. So Birds will play it in. Ty Pence. Ball line extended, far sideline. Gets it into Scunberg out front, guarded by Weidke. Surveys the man-to-man. Out between the circles is Coleman. Dances in the dribble. Right point over to Scunberg. Feeds the post Walker. Now Pence blows off the wing. Gets into the paint. Up with the left hand. Layup attempt. Falls short. And Gillespie the rebound for Kent State. Up ahead, Medley to the foul line. Down the lane. Right point to Whaley. He just holds the ball at his waist. Now crosses over on Pence. Tries to back Pence down. Spins toward the baseline. Draws a double team. Finds Weidke in the left corner. Relocates. Fires a 3. It's an air ball too strong. Goes off of Pence, but he saves it to Coleman. Coleman into the forecourt. Left side of the lane. Spin move on Medley. Up with the right hand. Left of the rim is good. Coleman was waiting for the cavalry. Nobody showed up, and he just spun around and put it off the window and in. He's got 10. 73-51. Williamson inside the arc. 18-foot jumper. Rattles off the mark. Rebound deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay with Kent State. Last touch by the Birds. Magnus Entenmann comes back in. He's going to replace Gillespie. He's going to check out with a game-high 15 rebounds, but just 2 of 12 from the floor and 5 points. Landon Wolf comes back in for Illinois State. Bowen Scunberg's going to take a seat on Ryan Peden's bench. 4:03 to play, second half. 20 in the timer for Kent State. They inbound Entenmann. His pass broken off by Walker. Walker into the forecourt. Times his way through, and he spikes it home with 2 hands. A steal and a spike for Walker. He's got 19. Birds by 24, 75-51. Whaley out front. Weidke left hash mark. Hounded by Pence. A bounce over for Whaley. And a hand check foul called against Ty Pence. That's going to be his third of the night. That's going to take us to a media timeout. Redbird fans, count on Heartland Bank for local decisions and personal service. Join today at hbtbank.com. That's hbtbank.com. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. 3:40 to go, second half of the McDonald's scoreboard. It's all Illinois State, 75-51 as we head to the wire here at the Q on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Hi, you're listening to Meditating with Jan from Toyota. Soften your focus and visualize yourself off-roading in a Tacoma. Now engage your senses. What do you hear? A donkey, because you're driving the kids to a farm sanctuary in a Grand Highlander. Breathe in, breathe out, and go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to Moe's!
Craving bold flavors and fresh ingredients? Look no further than Moe's Southwest Grill. Moe's is the go-to spot for delicious build-your-own burritos, bowls, tacos, salads, and more. And since every meal deserves an irresistible sidekick, try their made-from-scratch daily guacamole or the queso that made them famous with bottomless chips. And don't forget, chips and salsa are always free at Moe's. So when hunger strikes, head on into Moe's Southwest Grill.
Welcome to Moe's!
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a best man speech, but getting one from some random +1.
I am honored to be standing here today, also confused and a little hungry. Does anyone want to switch entrees? Pretty sure I checked beef.
You wouldn't settle for just any speech, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Redbird fans looking for a place to unwind after the game, head on over to Rob Dobbs, 801 North Hershey Road in Bloomington. From traditional comfort food to the best steaks in town, Rob Dobbs has something for everyone and every age. And Rob Dobbs is now open for breakfast every Saturday and Sunday morning, beginning at 8 a.m. Rob Dobbs, a proud partner of Redbird Athletics. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remain. Second half. Here inside Sepke Arena in Normal. All Illinois State. The Redbirds a 75-51 lead on visiting Kent State in the opening round of this 2026 National Invitational Tournament. Birds on the NIT for the first time since 2017. And if they can hold on, will take on top-seeded Wake Forest in the Winston-Salem region of the 32-team field here in the NIT. Kent State to the line after the foul was called on Ty Benz. 9th team foul called against Illinois State. So 1-on-1 opportunity upcoming. Foul line left for Quinn Whitekey, 6'4" freshman out of Westlake, Ohio. Averages 20 minutes per game. He's appeared in all 34 games, and the first free throw is up and in. So Whitekey picks up his first point of the night, 79% from the stripe on the year. 75-52. Second free throw on the way, good again. So Whitekey makes good on both. Birds looking to go 20-4 in the campaign when they eclipse the 70-point plateau. 3:32 to play, second half, 75-53. Pence in the left corner. On the dribble against Whaley. Left sideline now, Pence. Works left of the key, tosses out to Coleman topside. Coleman drives by Medley, hangs in the air, left-handed layup attempt, rolls off, and to the rebound for Kent State. Outlet right of Williamson. Now Medley up the right sideline. Takes it toward the baseline, out right point. Whaley fires a left-handed three, shot doesn't go. Rebound taken off the deck and dug out by Landon Wolf. 7th rebound of the night for Landon Wolf to go along with a game-high 24 points, a new career high for Landon. Coleman right baseline of the ball deflected away by Medley out of bounds. It'll stay with Illinois State with 18 to shoot. Desmond Briscoe, Morgan Safford come back in for Kent State. Whitekey and Whaley are going to take a seat. Jack Doherty makes an appearance for Illinois State. Coleman to play it in. 18 in the timer. Coleman gets it back from Lieb, gets into the paint, draws a double team, kick Doherty, right point three off the right-hand side of the rim, no good. The rebound won by Sion Medley of Kent State. 75-53, Birds by 22. Medley left of the key on the dribble against Pence to the foul line, slashes across the lane, leaves it for Williamson. Williamson right of the lane, jumper from 10, shot doesn't go, rebound back tap by Entenmann, out to Safford, who knocks home a foul line jumper straight on. Morgan Safford, points number 15 and 16, 75-55. Birds by 20 with the rock, 2:14 to go in the second half. Here inside Sefcu Arena in Normal. Doherty right point, out between the circles, Pence. Now Claybo runs the weave, dribble handoff over to Coleman. Here's toward the right-hand side of the forecourt. Left side three in the air by Doherty is good over Briscoe. Jack Doherty off the bench, buries a three ball, his 23rd of the campaign. Safford a three at the other end as he knocks it down over Ty Pence. Safford now with 19 to lead Kent State in scoring. And Rob Senderoff wanted to burn a timeout just to get some new bodies on the floor. Brendan Moss, redshirt junior out of Rockford, Illinois, comes into the ball game. Landon Moore runs the point for Illinois State. 100 seconds to go in this one. 78-58. Birds by 20. Moore out front, guarded by Williamson. Works left around a Lieb screen. Now feeds Lieb. Right side, Doherty comes up shooting. Fires a three off the bracket. No good. Wolf saved the rebound. Did so into the hands of Entenmann. Here's Moss in transition to Safford. Fires a three. Rimming no. Lieb two hands. The Redbird rebound. One shot and out for Kent State. 72 seconds for the game. 78-58. Birds by 20. Moore left Williamson in his dust as he maneuvered over the time stripe. Looked like he was on skates. Inside the arc, top side over to Lieb. Lieb backs in on Entenmann. Got away with a walk in the paint. Up right hand. Layup attempt. Left it short off the front of the tin. Briscoe the rebound. Here's Moss into the forecourt now for Kent State. Picks up his dribble. Feeds Briscoe. Top of the wheel. Guarded by Scunberg. Plays it away left side. Williamson. Williamson now on a switch, crosses over, step back three in the air, too strong, weak side rebound, Brandon Lieb, and he's fouled in the process. Fifth rebound of the night for Brandon Lieb with 34 and 2/10 left, and the Birds will walk to the other end. 17th foul called against Kent State. 1-on-1 opportunity for Brandon Lieb upcoming, foul line right. Whitekey comes back in for Kent State. Williamson's going to check out. Scunberg is going to check out for Illinois State, as does Landon Moore and Landon Wolf. Ty Blake makes an appearance here tonight. And Brandon Lieb to the line, foul line right. He's scoreless tonight, 47% from the stripe of the year. And the first one got a benevolent bounce and it fell through. First point of the night for Brandon Lieb to go along with 5 rebounds. Birds with 4 in double figures. Wolf has 24, 19 for Walker, 11 for Johnny Kinzinger, and 10 for Coleman off the bench. Second free throw by Lieb. Left that one short, pulled the string. Briscoe the rebound. 4-second differential, game and shot clock. 79-58. Birds by 21. Whitekey steps into a 3-ball right point. Rebound back tapped and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Illinois State. It'll stay with Kent State. Mason Claybo comes in. Brandon Lieb's going to take a seat. So Lieb, who did not practice all week, battling the flu, gave Ryan Peden everything he could ask for tonight. Safford fires a 3. Left side, off the mark, no good. Coleman the rebound. Shot clock has gone dark. 15 seconds for the game. 79-58. And for the first time since 2017, the Birds are on to round number 2 of the National Invitational Tournament, as they post a convincing win here tonight, knocking off Kent State 79-58 here in the opening round of the NIT. Birds pick up win number 21 of the campaign and improve to 14-2 on the home hardwood. And next up is top-seeded Wake Forest in round number 2 this weekend, in the round of 16 in the postseason NIT. Birds win it 79-58 to do so in convincing fashion here tonight. Fans open an active checking account at Illinois State Credit Union and earn a $100 cash reward. Visit itsmycu.org to join. Illinois State Credit Union, a proud partner of Redbird basketball. Birds win it 79-58 over Kent State here in the opening round of the NIT. Our Ameren, Illinois Redbird postgame show is coming up next. You're listening to Illinois State Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Illinois State Redbirds, WJBC Bloomington Normal, AM 1230 and FM 102.1, a Cumulus Media station.
Baird's Auto Care Center is under new ownership, and Larry would like to let you know that you no longer need to make an appointment to have your oil changed. You're busy enough, and the last thing you should have to do is schedule an appointment to have your oil changed. So when you're about to hit your next 3,000 miles, swing into Baird's Auto Care Center to keep your vehicle running smooth.
I'm Larry with Baird's Auto Care Center. We work on your car so you don't have to.
What if you could have the most reliable Wi-Fi at the same price for 5 years? That's the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included.
Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. Just 5 years of fiber-powered Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to the devices that need them most.
Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Select plans only. Restrictions apply. Powered by fiber, connected to the premises by coaxial cable. Actual speeds vary.
Welcome to Moe's! Are you tired of the same old boring catering options for your events? Then spice things up with Moe's Southwest Grill. Moe's brings bold flavors to any occasion with their customizable nacho and fajita bars to individually packaged burrito boxes. You can't go wrong with Moe's for 10 of your friends or a fiesta of 500. And don't forget their famous queso. It's a crowd pleaser. Their catering team will make sure your order is perfect and stress-free so you can relax and enjoy the party with your guests. Order now at Moe's.com. Welcome to Moe's!
I did my research about the nursing home I put my mom in, but I'm not sure she's getting the care she needs. What if I told you some nursing homes don't provide the right kind of care, and it can result in abuse and neglect for your loved ones? Really? How do I find out what's going on? You call Konoski Bresney. We help families find out what went wrong when they suspect their loved ones are being neglected or abused in a nursing home. Konoski Bresney, we get your worth.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Care for a Truck Month trivia contest, Sam?
Oh, you know I can't resist, Hank.
Okay, fact. Truck Month happens only once a year.
Fact, it's the best time to buy a new Ford truck.
Fact. Ford F-Series is the best-selling lineup of trucks in America for 49 years.
Fact, America loves Ford Truck Month.
Fact. I agree with that fact.
Based on 1977 to 2025 CY Industry reported total sales.
Hi, I'm Tracy Patkunis, realtor with RE/MAX Rising and proud supporter of ISU athletics. Just like our Redbirds, I believe in hard work, teamwork, and giving it everything you've got. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, I'm here to help you every step of the way with local expertise you can trust. Call or text me at 309-275-5956 or visit patkunishomes.com. I'm Tracy Patkunis with RE/MAX Rising, your hometown realtor and loyal Redbird fan. Go Birds!
Welcome to the Ameren, Illinois postgame show on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield. Learn how to save energy and money at ameren.com/rebates.
Welcome back inside CEFCU Arena in Normal. Illinois State advances in the NIT with a 79-58 victory over Kent State here tonight. Birds pick up win number 21 of the campaign and now 14-2 on the home hardwood as they absolutely demolish Kent State here tonight inside CEFCU Arena on Doug Collins Court. Welcome into our Ameren, Illinois Redbird postgame show. Learn more about saving money and energy with energy efficiency rebates and incentives.